All right, everybody, welcome back to the Roofr Masterclass. I am your host, Pete McKendrick, with my co-host, Nick. And, glad to be back with you guys. Glad to, we've been doing a lot of these lately. I think, we've been pumping out like 2 a week, haven't we, Nick? Like,
Yeah, it's been going crazy.
Yeah, all of a sudden
That's
here,
awesome.
like last ditch push here at the end of the year to try to get as many of these in for you guys and educate you as best as we can. And we are super excited tonight to have a very special guest here with us, Steve Spence from Project Map It. So,
Thanks for
really
having me.
excited for you guys to meet Steve and to learn a little bit more about his product and, how we can work with Project Map It on the roofer side to enhance your proposals. So, Steve, why don't I give you a little bit of a minute here to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about Project Map It.
Yeah, so I'll just introduce myself first, and then do you want me to get into the slides
Yeah.
right away
Tell
or no?
us a little bit about Project
Yeah,
Map It, where it came from, and
yeah,
what you guys, how you guys built Project Map It to what it is today. And
yeah, for sure. So first of all, I want to thank both of you guys for having me on in Roofr. I've seen a lot of your master classes. I love it. You guys are doing great things over there, and we're really pumped to be partnered with you guys. I think, at the end when Nick shows kind of the integration that we have and what Project Map It will be able to place in your Roofr proposals, it's going to be pretty cool. And I can't go without saying that, the trend I've been seeing in our industry is the mustaches that everybody's going. And we met with Nick and Pete, a few days ago, and I saw Nick's mustache, and I can't grow a nice one like that. So I decided to go Fu Manchu. So anyway, just had to say that.
I like it.
Yeah, so I'm Steve Spence. I am the managing director of Project Map It. I've been with
And that
the company pretty much since the inception. I was a special education
Okay.
teacher for 20 years, and I retired to take on this job. I'm a lacrosse coach in the area, and the guy that ran Project Map It is a roofer by trade. He saw a need himself for a product like ours, show and sell, as our good friend Chris Coville always says over at Blue Pages Pro. And he told me, so he was a lacrosse player of mine. I was his lacrosse coach in high school, and he and I met, and he sold me on it. And honestly, everybody, I've been a big believer ever since. We've been around since about 2018, and I'll talk about that in a second. But just really, really love the opportunity of reinventing myself as a person in the contracting industry and growing the company. We're a small company right now, but with big dreams, and we've got a great product. So that's kind of a little history about me.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit, Steve, about what Project Map It actually does. For someone who doesn't really know Project Map It or hasn't
Yeah.
heard of you guys, what exactly do you guys do?
Yeah. Is it okay if I share my screen at this point?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let me share my screen, kind of take you through a deck. And just so everybody knows, I do have in the chat box, there's a link to the sales decks that I'm going to be going over in a second. And there's also, a discount offer and stuff like that you all can look at. And it's right there in that chat box. So what is Project Map It? Real quick, we are a show and sell. We're a digital mapping portfolio that showcases your past projects to help you sell new prospects, right? This is a bit of our history. I'm not going to go into this. You can look at this, when we send over the sales deck to you, but this is a little brief history. 2018 was more of a beta testing year. We struggled, to be totally honest with you. I'm a transparent guy, very honest. And in 2019, we ended up with a partnership with USLBM. They're a parent company of like 43 supply companies throughout the US. That really saved our company. And I really, I'm thankful for them. 2020, 21, you all know, beginning of 2020, the pandemic hit. We still managed to grow. And then this year we've gained a lot of partnerships. Here are a few of our partnerships. So if you belong or use any of these, obviously most of you will use Roofr. Or are using Roofr. So we are integrated with Roofr. And like I said, Nick's going to show you what that looks like. But we have some great partnerships. Certainteed, if you are a roofer that's credentialed with Certainteed, we can build your map for free as a free service so that you can see it if you want to decide whether or not you want to pay for our services. So you just need to let me know. You can do it in the chat box or anything. Hey, Steve, make my map for me using my SureStart Plus warranty data. And we'll do that for you. I'll get it to you by tomorrow, by noon. But those are our companies that we're partnered with. We're really proud. We're growing our partnerships. I'm not going to get into this, but certainly look at the Google reviews or Facebook reviews. Again, the link to this sales deck is in the chat box. And if you just click on the red buttons, it'll be there. So what is Project Map It? And again, you'll see up here, show and sell, right? Every homeowner nowadays, right? We're in a digital era. Every homeowner is looking for immediate information about your company. And the information they're usually looking for are, do you do work in our area? So locations. Do you have good reviews? There's tons of statistics online if you want to look at them about online reviews, how important it is to sell yourself with online reviews. And let me see your workmanship, your craftsmanship. I want to see photos of the roofs that you're installing. You know, we have pool companies, everything else, but I'm assuming most of you are roofing companies. So those are the three things that homeowners are always looking for. And those are the three things that we provide in one easy platform. I'm going to show you a demo in a second, of a live demo of Project Map It. But these are the three ways that Project Map It is used. And there are even more that creative ways that people are using them. But in-home sales, right? I mean, for you to be able to open up a map and dive into the community that you're looking at, that you're presenting for, and saying, hey, we've done 50 jobs in your local area, that shows a lot, right? It shows that you're reputable. It gives you the social proof that homeowner is looking for to choose you over the competition. Proposals, right? Roofr. That's why we're partnered with Roofr. They're an amazing company. They have awesome proposals in seconds that you can do. You can add Project Map It in proposals. So Nick will show you what that looks like a little bit later. And then it gets embedded right on your website. So there's a marketing aspect to it. We actually have a search engine optimization piece. I don't know if all of you know what SEO is, but in 10 seconds or less, somebody Googles Roofr near me, what pops up on that Google search? Our platform uses all of the individual pins and a landing page that we created for all of you when you onboard with us that helps with search engine optimization like that. These are solutions that it solves. And I don't know if I'm talking to all the decision makers or not. If I'm not, you can click on this little red button here that says Project Map It Explainer Video. And it's basically me going over exactly what I'm about to go over with you. Okay. So you can click on any of these plus signs. This is an engaged platform. If anybody's looking for a really good presentation tool, this is it. We're partnering with them as well. So I'm going to go just into a live demo real quick. And I don't have Pete or Nick, if you can let me know, feel free to interrupt me if anybody puts the chat box up or asks a question. Are there any questions yet? I can probably bust this chat box out.
No, you're good. You're good.
There we go. I busted the chat box out. So Tar Heel Construction Group. These guys and ladies have been with us since the beginning. They were the third company that ever signed up with us. We call them the OG of the PMI. This is the sign in. This is their account. So if you were to set up your own account, on the left-hand side, it's a dashboard. We're super easy to use, everybody. I mean, it's like adding an address, adding photos, requesting a review. It's that simple. But what you're going to see is it's an interactive portfolio in that the pins will change based on any of the 4 filters you see at the top right here. And this list view will also change based on the filters. So you can click on a button here at this 2813 Bynum Overlook Drive. You'll see that this black icon means there's a photo on it. It could be an embed of a YouTube for any companies that do a lot of YouTube or Vimeo videos. We can embed that on the pin. This really means that there's a project, there's a review for it. So I'll just click on one real quick. You know, Tar Heel does a great job with before and after drone photography. They've been doing it since 2018. On the pin, you'll have that. You can have a project description. You can have backlinks to it, to your Facebook reviews, your Google reviews, your website. You can even put the Google review on that pin. All of these pins are shareable, right? So they're indexed by Google search engines and Bing search engines. So this little button underneath the 4 of 8, it's got a little thing there. It says URL copied. You can share that link to Facebook. So it gives a little bit of a social media presence as well. But this is kind of the exemplar pin, right? Photos, project description, review. You'll see that this is an HDZ charcoal roof. People ask, so I'll tell you, but we are talking to a lot of roofing companies. So you probably want the physical address on there, but people ask, so I'll just say it. Perfectly legal in North America. So we service Canada and US to put the address without permission. We do have lots of privacy settings. So if you only wanted to show the city, state, and zip code, you can do that. Down here with the Google review, you'll see that it doesn't have the person that left the Google, it doesn't have his name on it. You can put the name on that if you want, but there's just lots of privacy settings. Okay. So let's talk about the map itself, right? Now that we know what a project pin looks like, this 117 means there's 117 jobs in that area, right? So I can click on that and it'll zoom all the way down. And again, just this alone, everybody, and I'm sure hopefully a lot of you are like, oh yeah, totally. I'm giving a sales presentation here on Dawes Court, and I can say, oh, look at the 100 jobs we've done in your area. That alone might help sell or close a deal, right? So that's why we say show and sell, right? You're showing your past successes to help land new successes. So that's a quick refresh button on the top right here. We can brand it to your map, to your company's brands. So slap the logo on there. There's a call to action button here. Again, this map, all the individual pins, they all are indexed by Google. So if someone lands on a pin or this map, you can click this button that says click here to get in touch with us. It'll take you right to either a phone number so they can call you. A homeowner can take you, it can take you to the landing page where probably all of you have a website page that has, fill out this form for a free estimate. And it also can be an email. Okay. Let's talk about these 4 filters now. So the map's going to change in 2 places, the pins and this. So if I want to just showcase all my Google and Facebook reviews, and please understand Project Map It is its own review platform. So with our system, you can build out your own review. Again, reviews are very important. We totally respect the fact everybody wants Google reviews. Just so everybody knows, if you don't, Google reviews, especially the written testimonials, is the #1 reason to help with your search engine optimization. That written testimonial and Google loves it. So we want you to capture Google reviews. I'm gonna share a case study with you in a second. But you can click on this, and your sales team or homeowner that comes to your website has immediate access to all of those Google reviews, all of those Facebook recommends that you have. Okay. With our review platform, why is it important? We know that you're after Google, probably Facebook, maybe Yelp or some other platforms. But if someone doesn't have a Gmail account, everybody, they're not leaving you a Google review. They can't. They can, but Google makes it very hard for you to leave a Google review. If they don't have a Facebook account, what do you do? So what our system is, it's kind of a nice backup. And I'll, again, explain exactly how that worked with a pool company that we just onboarded literally 2 weeks ago. So you have immediate access to your reviews. If you click on this media, it says media because, again, you'll see the map changed. And now you'll see this also changed. All of the cameras are black. So I can pick anything here, and I know that there's going to be a picture of a house, of a roof on there. Again, media because we can embed YouTube and Vimeo videos on that pin as well. You can search by location, so you can put in a zip code, you can put in a specific address. It'll zoom right down into that area. And then this is kind of the bread and butter, and everybody loves this, right? How many of you have had a salesperson at a sales presentation at a house, and the homeowner's like, hey, I want to see a weathered wood roof in the area. And your salesperson has to call you at the office, or the administrator at your office, or their manufacturer, or their distributor, right? Hey, can you show me where there's a weathered wood house in the area? Well, this is fully customizable. We have a smart filter system that allows you to dive down into, and since we're mostly roofers on here, I'm assuming shingle color, shingle brand. You can put siding color and brand. For those that do commercial roofing, you can add the TPO, EPDM, PVC, whatever. So this is fully customizable to help your sales team and to help your marketing efforts. So again, if I want to see a barkwood color roof, boom, I click that. Now my map has changed to only barkwood color roofs, and in seconds I have access to those jobs. Okay. So that's kind of the nutshell of what Project Map It is. I don't know if Pete and Nick, you wanted to chime in or anything. I can go to what it looks like on a website as well, but just want to pause for a second and see if anybody had any questions.
I just wanted to comment here and say, like, I know that I dealt with a number of roofers when I was on the CRM side who specifically built filters into their CRM to try to do something very similar to this. And obviously not as streamlined as this, because it was, the information was not as easily grabbed, but how important it was to their selling process to do exactly what you just described. Like, hey, where is there a weatherwood roof in the area that I could tell this customer, like, hey, go ride by this house. This is what your roof is going to look like when we finish it. Down to, like you said, color and style of shingle and all that. It's a great selling tool. And all of this is so powerful when it comes to actually selling, to be able to, filter this stuff out and be able to show, like we said, the show and sell versus the tell and sell. Is a huge difference now in the way we're able to do it. Right. Before we would have to sit down and potentially have all this stuff, let's say, printed out. Right.
You're like flipping through a book, trying to find the picture.
Going through like binders or something, trying to, go over sales information and potentially show them pictures of past jobs and things like that. And here it is all digitally in a matter of seconds. We could roll through it and, be able to filter it and get down to, like you said, down literally to the street that they're on. And, it's very impactful for our customer to be able to see this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's just so crazy how you could actually do that. Like I can remember just when I was roofing, all the times that we had to drop that off and find those addresses and do exactly what you said. I've been loving showing this off and on my demos, Steve, but like
Yeah.
I was unaware that you can filter by color. That is another level of service that
Yeah.
I know that every roofer here is going to see and understand exactly the pain point of trying to remember which house was that driftwood, which one was that onyx black, and having to try to tell them, especially with a mapping like this. You don't even have to. You could show them here, but you could also show them something close to their home. They could zoom into their
Right.
area and see something close by and just drive by. Like it's an unbelievable addition to it.
Yeah, and again, every pin. So like I click Biscayne Blue. So if I click on this, there's a picture of Biscayne Blue. And if I wanted to email that customer, I could just click on this little button underneath the 3 of 10, URL copied, and put it in an email. Hey, here are a couple Biscayne Blue roofs we've done. Just take a look at it. Right. And a lot of times this professionalism, right, this added layer of credibility that you have will help you land those jobs. So I appreciate you guys saying that. So on a website, this is Tar Heel's website, the same company I was just demoing. What most companies do, everybody, is they'll put an image of on their homepage with a call to action that says, like view all of our projects. So you click on that, and then there's a dedicated page with some verbiage on there. We literally will hold your hand through the whole process. So when you're ready to get it embedded onto your website, boom, just email your website company, you CC us, and we'll take it from there. But this is what it looks like on a website. Okay. And then so that's, I'm kind of diving into the marketing aspect of our product. It gets embedded onto a website. Please understand everything is mobile, right? So this is my phone that you're looking at right here. So I can log into my Project Map It web app. We're not in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. We're a web app, but I can go in here and click on projects. I can click add a new project, put in the project. I can take pictures right from my phone. So everything is mobile friendly and you can do everything in minutes. We say it takes about 3 minutes to drop a pin, add photos, request a review, because we do have a review platform that I'll talk about in a second. But as far as the SEO component, again, all these little pins doing work for you on the SEO side, every company ends up getting a landing page. We help set this up for you. You don't ever have to do anything once it's set up. It has all of your social media, how to get in touch with you, a little bio with backlinks. As you start to add projects to Project Map It, they automatically get pushed to this page. We call this the public profile page. So all of this information this page itself is indexed with all the search engines, and it has tons of great metadata that search engines love, like addresses. A customer might be Googling GF Master Elite Contractor in Cumberland, Maryland, or Cumberland, PA. All the tags that you have. These are the tags that I just showed you where you siphon down all the way to shingle color. At the bottom of the page, it has all of the testimonials. So all of this over time, right? Search engine optimization doesn't happen overnight, but after 3, 6, 9 months, these individual pins will start popping up on a Google search, right? So you'll see project mapping on all of these. Project map it, project map it, project map it. If I click on one, it's going to take you to that pin. And so a homeowner Google's roofer near me, boom, it takes them to this. Now I'm on the map and I'm like, what the heck is this? This is pretty cool. And then I've got a call to action button that says, click here to get in touch with us. And you click on it. Now all of a sudden I'm on the landing page of Miller's Roofing requesting an estimate. Okay. So that's kind of how that search engine optimization works. Any questions on that?
I like Pete. This is unbelievable. Like this is like it's a no-brainer for everybody to do that. I know that there's a 25% discount code down there, and that's great. But like even at full price, this thing is it's worth its weight in gold. The thing that I know that I go through demos every day, and I'm talking with roofers every day, and we really talk about that SEO with that backlinks and everything like that, especially with our instant estimator, being able to do that with a shareable link. And having something like this also kind of assisting you and doing that. One of the conversations that I have with roofers is, yeah, SEO is very important, but spending all your money on SEO is not going to get you the results that you want. You need to create backlinks. You need to create other things to help out with this.
Right.
And that's where I kind of talk about our instant estimator. But this right here does so much more on that as well to add to it. Because like you said, the show and sell tagline is everything, because they want to see what your work looks like. They want to see what these colors look like. And having something like this, and Pete, this goes directly to what we've always said, separate you from the competition. Nobody else is going to be doing this in your area.
Yeah, I've got a sign right behind me that says close more deals, save more time, stand out over your competition. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we do. I know the title of this masterclass was, like roofing referrals, customer reviews. So I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the reviews and just the importance, right? This is more educational than anything. And I've already kind of hit on a lot of it, but just reviews in general, whether it's a Google review, a Project Map It review, a house review, whatever, those are really important. They help drive traffic to your company through online. I've read a bunch of articles, obviously, when it comes to reviews. It's part of our business, my business. So I have to educate myself. And, I hear roofing contractors a lot of times, guys say, oh, I get tons of referrals word of mouth. Well, online reviews are the new age word of mouth referrals, right? It is. And they also help drive traffic to your company through online. So with that said, just to give you a real brief, I won't go into this a lot, but in our reviews part of our system, you can configure your own Project Map It review. You can add as many questions as you want. When we onboard a company, right, there are three emails that go out. And I think I might have to refresh this page, but there are 3 emails that go out, right? We aren't in the texting service yet. However, we will be in 2023. Okay. So it's a big push for us to get texting involved. So you build out your review. Right now we have 3 emails that go out, right? These are the 3 emails. I'll blow it up a little bit so you see it a little better. We have the templates. You can put any review platforms that you're trying to capture in there, whether it's Better Business Bureau, Yelp, doesn't matter. You can put any links in here. You can tell the email, I sent out the first email, and then, 2 days later, I'm going to send out the next email. 5 days after that, I'm going to send out the third email. Just to be clear, we checked our customer base. We really asked our customer base at the time when we built this out if they wanted. So the way it works is, let's say the first email goes out and someone clicks on the Google review link. It'll automatically stop the following 2 emails from going out. And when I say that to roofing companies, a lot of times they're like, okay, good. I don't want to annoy my customers. But just as the initial onboarding, so for anybody that ends up signing up with us in the next week or whatever to get that 25% off discount, there's a button down here. It says send missing review request. You can click on this and click OK, and it'll send a blast email. As long as the spreadsheet you gave us has email addresses for your customer base, you can blast email that system to everybody requesting a review. Case in point. So let's just look. Gowdy Pools out of Seminole Park, Maryland, or Arnold, Maryland. They have 81 reviews. Okay. We onboarded Gowdy Pools 2 weeks ago. And this is what happened, right? So sending a mass email and initial onboarding, and please understand, we won't send emails to people that have already given you reviews if you don't want to. In our system, there's a way to, like, if you already had 50 Google reviews, we can slash out those 50 in your Project Map It thing. So it doesn't send it to those 50 people. But we send out about 550 emails, and they jumped from Google reviews. They went from 25 reviews to now 81. So when I did this slide, it was 74. They've captured 7 more Google reviews since then. They went from Facebook. They went from 21 to 31 reviews. And then look at this PMI. They collected, I think they're up to 55 Project Map It reviews. So they increased by 56 here, like 55 here and 10 here. I don't know. I think that's around 120 reviews that we captured within 7 days. So we can help you at the initial onboarding to capture reviews for you, which will help you stand out over your competition. I just wanted to say that. I'm looking at the chat box. There's still no questions, which is fine. If there are, feel free to chime in. Guys, did you want to say anything on that? I don't want to keep overstepping because I'm pretty much almost done.
No, you're good. I think that, the thing that strikes me the most about this is how intuitive it is, right? Like how it's tying the entire process together, right? Like how all of this is working. You're using your referrals to potentially generate leads. I totally agree with your statement of, so many roofers refer, concentrate on the referral piece. It's a huge piece, right? It's for a lot of roofers, it's the main source of leads coming in, right? Because it's just, they're that established. They've been in business a long time. They're that neighborhood roofer that we talk about, so they're getting a lot of referrals. And this is the new age of referrals, right? Referrals don't come from, the person at the grocery store anymore, or, now it's asking a question on Facebook in a Facebook group, or it's, finding it through a Google review, and this is how you get those referrals in today's day and age. And the fact that this platform is so intuitive and can help lead you to those Google reviews that eventually lead you, right to that Project Map It page and then to that landing page. It's incredible the way that it all kind of like comes together. Super impressive, Steve. I think you guys have done a phenomenal job with this product.
Yeah, and the cool thing is I've seen it from the beginning stages of Project Map It to where we are. We used to not be able to embed Google and Facebook reviews. We didn't have a review platform. We've grown. That's the cool thing. You guys know at Roofr. I mean, the cool thing about software is you always are evolving, right? And we evolve just like Roofr does with, conversations we have with our customer base. Hey, can you do that? Today I was talking to Miller's Roofing, funny enough, for about an hour, and they were asking me to add a couple more features to the public profile page. So software is awesome in that respect. So I'm almost done. And then Nick, you're going to, I think, take over, but just again, for those that aren't the decision makers, you're going to get the URL for this deck that you're looking at is in the chat box. So all of these, you can click on any of these logos. It says it right here to see their maps. Same, if you click on any of these logos, it'll take you to their website. We say company size doesn't matter. Look, I know that software companies in general are usually a per user agreement. We aren't. So I think you're going to be surprised when you see the price point. We have a competitor out there. I won't name their name. They're charging $1,200 a month. I'm going to show you what the price points are for us in a second. But we aren't per user. So whether you're the one-man band or one-woman band that does everything, you're nailing the roof on, you're doing the marketing, Facebook posts and all that. We have those companies, so small companies to companies with 500. We have like a company that has over 500 sales reps. So that's that. Getting you on board is not hard, everybody. We set up your map for you through a spreadsheet that we strategize with you. Again, if you're with GAF or Certainteed and you register warranties, we have connections. We're partnered with Certainteed. So we can make, if you wanted Certainteed map made with your Sure Start warranties, we can have that done by 12 o'clock tomorrow. GAF, we have a connection. So we can build maps and we're strategic that way. We spend 2 hours in your CRM or Google Drive, wherever you house all your after photos. We'll spend 2 hours in there and load the photos for you to get you started. And kind of like what Pete was saying, we're very intuitive in that we're also a very easy system to use. Like we have roofers that don't know anything about technology that are using Project Map It just fine. And then this is the price point, and then I'm going to stop talking. So we have a master class promo that's up until November 28th. Okay. So if you sign up by November 28th with the promo code Roofr, all lowercase 25, you'll get what's in the blue. So we're only offering it for our annual plan. We do have monthly plans, but for our annual plan, you'll get 25% off. You get a 15% discount. So this box is showing you the standard Roofr discount. So it just depends on how many total pins you're going to have on your map, right? If you have under 250, it's $956 a year at the 15%. But if you sign up by the 28th, these are your price points. Okay. So I won't talk more about this because, you can certainly just look at this deck yourself. There's a button here that says sign up now. When you click on it, it'll literally take you to our sign up page. Just know that you have to click the yearly button here and then choose whichever plan you're on. Right. And I'm done, guys. I mean, unless there's anything I missed, and I can stop screen sharing.
No, this is absolutely awesome. I think that, and looking at that price point page, I mean, Nick, you could probably talk to this too. That's incredible. Like, that's ridiculous. Incredibly cheap for what you're getting with this product, and I always think of it in the context of how many jobs would having this product potentially win me, and how quickly would I see a return on that investment, right? And you're literally talking about winning a job, right? Like, you're literally, if this wins you one job, it pays for itself for the year. So I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's a good question. That's a good point. And here's a true, I hear stories all the time, but we onboarded Emmons Roofing. We only put the pins on there. We didn't even get to the point of putting pictures or embedding their reviews on there. And let's just call it Thursday that we sold Emmons.
On Monday, a property management company emailed Emmons and said, "Hey, we want you to do a flat roof for us. Do you have any referrals?" She sent a link to the map in an email and said, "Hey, check out our map that we just got made. It shows our reach, our service area." Lady called back in 15 minutes, and like within 15 minutes, in 72 hours, she landed an $18,000 commercial job because of Project Map.
Nice.
Yeah, you look at it from that standpoint, especially like we had our masterclass last week that was all about commercial landing.
Yep.
And these property management companies, these large commercial owners, they're looking for reviews, and they need to make sure that they're making the right decision on the contractor. And having something like this paired with something like us, when you have like a really beautiful proposal kind of separating you again from your competition, is going to give them the confidence that they're picking the right people. And when you break down that lowest price point that you did there, it's around $79 a month. Like it's an annual cost. And like your profit, let's just say average profit is 25 to 30% on a job. And that's going to be average ticket price is around 8 to 10,000 to 12,000, depending on where you are.
Yep.
Yeah, that you've paid for it for the year. And this will win you jobs. And I know it from being on the roofing side for so long and roofing myself. It does make a big difference, and they are looking for those reviews. They're looking for something to see. They're asking for homes that you've done in the area, and not only being able to visually point it out to them, but also bring them to a color that they're looking for. It's night and day. Like that's just going to be such an amazing addition to it.
So why don't you show them how awesome the Roofr thing is and what we're going to build out, Nick? That's a perfect segue, buddy.
Yeah,
I
perfect
love it.
segue, right? Yeah, so guys,
I'm gonna,
just to kind of talk about quickly what we've done here, right? So Steve and I have known each other for a long time, and here at Roofr, we obviously have built a very powerful proposal tool, and we were looking for a way to incorporate Project Map It into that, and give you guys the ability to use these products together to really create a powerful experience, for the homeowner, and Nick's going to show us right now what that looks like and how we were able to accomplish this.
No, what's absolutely amazing with this, and thanks again, Steve, for helping us out with this. This integration is so easy. I don't like we have some easy integrations and how to get it set up, but this one might be the easiest, where you get a PDF from Project Map It and you just upload it in your templates. It just can live in your templates because it is a clickable PDF that you can go into. You don't need to change it on every job. It is a live link to everything here. So you can see I put it in my good, better, best one. It's sitting right there. So it's ready to rock and roll. And let's just go into one of the measurements here. I won't go through the jobs and the instant estimator as we normally do, because I just want to really focus on the power of this tool. So we have a bunch of measurements here. For example, I got this one here, which is a nice little home in Pensacola. I'm going to go into this and create a proposal. I'm going to go to that template from that measurement. I'm going to go into that template that has that Project Map It in there, which is the good, better, best one here. As you can see, it's multi-option, and I'm going to use this template. It's going to take those quantities directly from there, and within that 2.5 seconds, pull all those quantities from those measurements and build out 4 different quotes. I got a good, best, better, best, and bestest, if you will, betterestest, and you're able to build that out. All you have to do is add in like the waste percentage and the margin on everything. But as you can see, I have my Project Map It PDF right here and ready to go. So once you're ready and you're comfortable, you want to go, you want to like turn on anything that you need, that's great. You hit the preview and send. And this is a perfect way to demonstrate this to the client, whether you're doing in-home sales like at the kitchen table, or you're doing something over the online or on the internet. Mm-hmm. You want to present this to people so that they have this breakdown. Sorry, my internet, why my camera's off, my internet is slow once again, but not to worry. I will deal with the internet company later.
Mine's been slow. Mine's been slow lately as well.
You know what? I think it's the gods. They're upset with us.
The holiday season, man.
Yeah, exactly. Season. They're taking their time. So as you can see, you can put your logo on it, brand it. You can take a photo of the front of the house, put it right up there. This is one of my favorite pages that I think everybody should be having, because you're going to sell yourself, your company, before you sell that product. People are not buying you because of your product. They're buying because of you. And this is why Project Map It and us tie in so well together. So you have a nice little breakdown of it. then the products and everything. And this is kind of like, I like breaking this down. This is a presentation. Just like you're doing a slideshow or something, you start with a picture of the home, talk about us, then let's talk about the products that are available. Talk about the description of each product to give that education and transparency. There it is, Pete. It wouldn't be a
There it
master
is.
class without it.
Snuck it in.
Yeah, I had to sneak it in there. So there's 2 quotes, 3 quotes, and you can see I even have summary items here for each one of the good, better, best, and better, bestest, assist, and the IR shingles here. Now you have the summary, which is nice. It summarizes everything. But after you've sold them on the product, you want to sell them more on the actual installation of everything. So you have brochures in here showing specs and colors. That's nice and easy. So you have a breakdown of how the installation of the roof is going to go. And now they're fully bought in on what they're buying. And then the next part is of your conversation, and the beauty about our tool, you can move these up and down in any direction that you want. But after you sold them on the company, you sold them on the product, now let's sell them on your work, because that's something that is always missed on these presentations. Is yes, we have some reviews. Go ahead, go look online for us. No, let's show and sell, Steve. I did, my camera's off, but I did
Well
a little
done.
dance when I did that, so that was good. But you can go and click on this link directly. I'll open that up here, and they can go and see a map with all these dropped on pins. And just like Steve was saying, I can zoom in a little bit more, go into one of these jobs and start looking through it. You're really opening up that door to everything that's going on now. So you're not only selling them on your company, then selling them on the product, then selling them on your work. It's the full service of selling right there. And it just opens up the door for so much. You can visit the website, like you said, click on the clipboard, all that stuff, or search by location, media, and all that fun stuff. And at the end, obviously, you got your installation and your terms and includes, and our other integration partner, the company cam right there.
Yeah, and the thing that I love about this, Nick, is now you're taking a static proposal and making it an interactive proposal, right? Like you're making this a proposal that the customer can interact with. They can learn more about you by just clicking through this, and you're educating them more, right? Before they make this obviously big investment, right? So, all of this is just to reassure that customer, make them feel better about working with you. It adds a layer of trust. They feel like they know you better. They've seen your work now. They've seen your reviews, but I just love the fact that it makes that proposal, which is already a really nice presentation, interactive from a customer standpoint. Because you got to think like we're building this so that you guys can potentially email it to a customer, right? And so we're not going to have that opportunity to be explaining all of this in the house anymore. So, potentially we're relying on the customer to really dig into this and have a good understanding and good education around it. So something like Project Map It allows them to interact with this proposal and gain a lot more knowledge than they would on just, your bare bones everyday proposal that you see coming out of, let's say, like a CRM or something along those lines, right? So it's a huge piece, and a huge addition, having the Project Map It platform attached to your proposal in here.
Yeah, and that's a really cool thing that you brought up there. It's the age of past. Let's just say it's not. It's post COVID. Pre-COVID, whatever the case is, and people don't want to sit in front of you anymore. They want to be able to read it because they're going to find that information on their own. We've talked about that so many times. And by looking at this, they could read through it and fully understand what they're buying. They could understand, again, going to the top, they could understand the company that they're buying from. Then they could understand why are we installing ice and water. Then they could understand what's the difference between ICO Dynasty or Certainty Landmark Pro and Premium. You could really break that all down from there. And then they could see the colors and everything that they want. And then at the end, be able to have this click to view profile. Like nobody else, not your competition is not going to do this. And adding these all together, along with Company Cam, which is a mutual partner of ours, really takes you to that next level.
And well, Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys are actually building out that PDF, right, for them.
Yeah,
if they want to take that PDF and add it into their proposal in Roofr, you guys will actually build that PDF for them so they can just drop it in there, correct?
I built a couple PDFs today for people. So yeah, as part of the onboarding process, we will literally brand your map, update the pins, add photos, train you for 45 minutes the first time and as many times you need after that. We'll build out your public profile page and we'll build out your PDF page. So we basically do everything for you, just to get you started. From once all the settings are done in our product, Pete, it's easy sailing from there, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah. This is incredible and an incredibly powerful tool. And, I'm excited to have it associated with our proposal tool, because I think our proposal tool is, a second to none, and continues to just get better and better. So, having something as powerful as this to support it is huge, and excited to have you guys as a partner in this. And, the product is a great product. And I think what you've shown today is it's mind blowing from like I'm thinking like Nick, like back out in the field. Right. And, like if I had this back out in the field, being able to show people this kind of stuff with the click of a button, as opposed to, having to, potentially do it manually is a huge advantage.
What
were
all
we doing all these time? We were running around trying to sell these roofs, and now all this wonderful technology's around. It just
I know.
makes it so much easier. And
I feel
just
like I missed out.
yeah, I know. And we're talking about like sales is like a sport, like a baseball. You got to get the cracks at the bat, right? And the more opportunities that you get, the higher are you with it. And with something like this, not to I was going to say steroids, but that's too easy. But it's going to give you that like eagle eye view, where you're going to be able to see like the ball coming at you and hit everyone out of the park. It sets you up for success each and every time.
We actually say we're all salespeople, even everybody on this masterclass, and you got to believe in what you sell. I'm a true believer in it. Again, I was a teacher for 20 years, and I've literally been a big part of building this company from the ground up. And I have touch points on probably every one of our customers, and so I know from our customers that they believe in it. It makes me want to believe in it, and I do believe in it. So I agree with everything you guys said, and we use the word steroids all the time, especially when we talk about Company Cam, because people are like, "Aren't you a photo documentation system?" We're like, "We are, but Company Cam's a photo documentation on steroids. We are a digital portfolio on steroids." So we both agreed, our companies agreed, like, yeah, we definitely have good synergies, and we should be, integrated. So, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Steve. Just real quick, I want to open it up. If anybody has any questions, you can throw them in the chat really quick. And, questions about Roofr, questions about Project Map It, or the two of us together. And, we'd be happy to answer that. And
questions about our mustaches. That's another.
Or mustache questions. Yes.
Yeah, that's important too. I think just looking back at the chat, what Tiffany said, that's a really good idea for anybody who's in storm location.
Yeah.
Showing them that it's differentiating them from a local company versus that of a storm chaser. Because at the end of the day, I know from hearing from stories from Fort Myers right now, from local contractors, that these poor homeowners are just like so tired. They're tired. Yeah. Their home's a wreck, and they're getting knocked on the door nonstop by people who are not from there. And so now you're able to really identify, like, are you from here? Show me, and show and sell right there.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, it's a huge point. Huge point.
Very good point.
Oh, how did you know? Tiffany said she's in Florida.
That's where we are.
Really? That's
yeah, they're killing it down there right now. So, and this is a great tool, right? This is a great tool for that, as you're, knocking those doors and selling those jobs. And imagine, like Nick said, there's a lot of people down there that maybe don't have the reputation that we were looking for, and this is a quick and easy way to stand out from the crowd and be like, oh, look at all the work we've done. We are a local company, and really be able to show the quality of your work and stand out from the crowd immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. We were just in Orlando, all of us, Roofr and us. So we were there in Florida just recently. So I've landed a couple of Florida companies, and I've had some good conversations with them about that exact thing, Tiffany and Nick and Pete. So everybody's a roofer in Florida these days, it seems like.
Oh, yeah.
Even the ones that aren't roofers. So.
Years of work there now. So
so guys, just last thing. I mean, I'm here tomorrow for sure. So if anybody wants a personalized demo, you can certainly shoot me a text. That's my cell phone number at the top of the chat. You can email me. My email's there. Next week I am away, but you can certainly email me anyway, and I'll email you back as long as I'm in the woods somewhere camping. So hopefully I have. But if you email info@projectmappit.com, someone on my staff will definitely get in touch with you, especially if you want to take advantage of that 25% offer.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming on, Steve.
Thank
and I
you,
think
man.
it was great
I love
to,
you guys. It's fun. It's fun talking to you guys. I've learned a
yeah,
lot.
no, it's been good. No, it's been good. I mean, this is a great conversation. I'm glad you're able to come on and showcase the product. I think I've known you for a long time, Steve,
Yep.
and I remember seeing the product in the beginning of it, and
Yeah.
what it's become is just truly amazing. I mean, you guys have come a long way, and the product does some incredible stuff, and it's very powerful.
Good things on the production calendar for 23 as well. I won't give anything
Excited.
away, but we have some cool things. Yeah.
Well, you said texting, so I'm holding you to that.
That's just one thing. But yeah, we'll get the texting in for sure. Well, thanks for having me, guys. And thanks for everybody who was on Masterclass. This is a great program, the Masterclass. So I watch them all the time.
Oh, one thing to add, Pete, we also have a promo code with Project Mapit as well. So any of the Project Mapit people that are coming over and want to check out how to integrate this directly into your proposals, we got a 20% off the month, and we have 5% off the annual there. So happy to help out and really build that out with you guys as well. And I just did a demo for one of your great contractors today. It was fantastic talking with them, Peak Roofing, and looking forward to keeping on with them.
That's my team, man. Peak Roofing out of Virginia. Love them.
Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us today. We're glad that everybody could jump on and learn a little bit more about Project Mapit. And until next time, I'm Pete. This is Nick, and we will see you on the next masterclass. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
See ya.
Cheers, guys.